Welcome. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Chelsea Unfiltered Show. I am your host, Marshall, and we are going to be talking all about Chelsea today and the things that have been coming up, things that have happened in the past week when it comes to Chelsea. Welcome to the channel. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, so you don't miss any of our future streams or any of the future live streams that we're going to be having on here. We will be having more than one a week eventually. Just give me time. We're in a transition period, kind of like Chelsea. We've been sanctioned. Now we got to rebuild, you know? But yeah, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment down below. Join the discussion. Let us know what you think about anything that I have to say, anything that any guests have to say. We will be letting guests in the latter half of the stream, around 45-minute mark. And if you're here right now and you would like to get your opinion out there, you would like to steer this discussion to another direction, you can send a super chat and I'll read your comment and we'll discuss it. But yeah, guys, so let's... Oh, yeah. Also, make sure you check out the description below. We have some links there. My YouTube, the Discord, which we are very active in. We're always watching all types of football over there. And yeah, my other links too. You want to see my music? I have music. You want to see my personal content? My personal content's on there as well. I have a Patreon. All types of stuff is in there. So check out those links down below in the description. But without further ado, what is going on? Why not? How you doing, my friend? Oh man, I feel it's been a weird week with Chelsea. Overall, kind of a negative week. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be here like, you know, spreading negativity or being, you know, more negative than what it actually is. But it's hard to kind of keep your head up when all these things are against you, especially with the sanctions and all that. Before we get to talking to Chelsea, I do want to take a look around the Prem. If you guys aren't already aware, Liverpool played Everton today, a few hours ago, actually. And they managed to get a result. I say that like it was a hard thing. No, it was expected, right? They get a result against Everton, 2-0. But you know what? I'm not here to talk shit about Lampard. As bad as he's been as a manager for Everton, and I really think they're going to get relegated with Lampard. I'm sorry, Lamps. They put up a good fight. They put up a really good fight, and you know what? They did what every single team that plays well against Liverpool does, which is expose that left-hand side of Trent, who we know, Trent AlexanderArnold is one of the worst defenders when it comes to being like top tier echelon. I don't know why people think he's one of the best right backs in the game when his defensive game is absolutely putrid. It's poor. He has poor defending. But whatever. Well, you guys already know my stance on Trent anyways. It's not like it's anything new here. But Gordon put him in a spliff this whole entire game, man. You know, in a sense, Trent is kind of lucky he didn't get a second yellow multiple instances and get sent off. But alas, you know, we had this game was strange in the sense that we had Richarlison spending most of the time on the ground and in the game. You know, Richarlison is one of those strikers that I have absolutely no respect for. I don't think he's good. I think he's absolutely one of the worst, to be honest. I don't think he plays good football at all. I just think, I don't know, he's like a version of Suarez on steroids. And he's the type of striker that he'll miss from the most clear-cut chances. Not as clear-cut as like Timo, but still, it's not acceptable. And I don't know why he plays for Brazil anyways. I think Gabriel Jesus is probably a better contender to be a striker, but then again, he's not a striker either. But he played like a striker this weekend, scoring fucking 4 goals, which we'll get to. But yeah, that Merseyside derby, Everton put up a good fight, and honestly, it looked like they were going to get away with the draw until Divock Origi came in and just kind of changed the pace of the game. So Richarlison skinny fried pigeon. I could see that. He does have that pigeon celebration in FIFA too, which is hilarious. But yeah, so Liverpool are still right behind Man City for that title. I really hope that they drop points because I want Man City to win it. I don't want Liverpool to win it. If Liverpool win it, we'll never hear the end of it. At least Man City, they're the silent fans, you know? They don't brag too much. They're humble, sorta, not really, maybe not. I don't know. I never really met a Man City fan that's competent. So, I can't really speak much on Man City fans, but the fact that they don't exist is what makes them winning not so sore, you know? But yeah, they ended up winning. They ended up beating Watford and fucking walloped Watford 5-1, which, you know, good on them, I guess. They were supposed to win it. It's not like we're surprised they won it. But Gabriel Jesus with 4 goals is kind of a lot of... That's a big deal. Apparently, he's the first Brazilian to ever do it for Man City. But yeah, that's... Turns up for Watford. Got an assist as well. But this Man City team is very much on form. Ever since they lost those few matches a few weeks ago, they've ramped it up and just started gunning it for the title, like going all in. So I hope they keep it up. I don't want... Liverpool is literally a point away from catching up to them. So all they need to do is keep winning, and Man City... If Man City draws, it's over. Or it's potentially over. So you got to be really, really careful with fucking Man City and Liverpool here. It's very, very close. It's neck and neck, really. But Man City can do it. Man City can do it. They don't have too many difficult fixtures up ahead. Actually, now that I'm here, let me actually look up Man City's fixtures coming up. They have... Oh, they don't have Liverpool. Well, they have Champions League. You have to take into consideration they have Champions League and FA Cup. Wait, no. They got eliminated from the FA Cup. So, they have Champions League. But from here on out, I mean, they should be able to beat Leeds. There's not many games left to the Prem anyways, guys. There's like 5 more games left. They could be able to beat Leeds. They should be able to beat Newcastle, even though Newcastle is not an easy game anymore. Despite what you think about Newcastle and where they are in the table, they're not an easy game anymore. Eddie Howe, right? He has, with the new players and everyone that came in, the new owners recruited, they've changed their tactics and the way they play completely. And they're a lot better of a team now than they were in the beginning of the season, for sure. But they could nick a result against Newcastle. They should be able to. They have the quality. West Ham, on their day, if they're not competing for Europa, they might go all in. But they are competing for Europa, and I think they're trying to win Europa. I think the strategy for West Ham is to compete in Europa and win Europa. So they're going to go for that. And then Aston Villa, which is so up and down. They're so up and down. So those results should be favorable for Man City. And I don't see them really dropping points. Whereas Liverpool are still in the Champions League as well as the FA Cup. So they have to play us. But they have to play Tottenham. In their schedule that's coming up, they have to play Tottenham. Their next game is against Newcastle. Again, Newcastle, not an easy team. Tottenham, which you never know with Conte. You never know with Conte. Conte? I don't care. You never know with him. You never know with Spurs. They could get a result. Son and Kane and Kulusevski now. Let's get it right. The trio, the triangle, man. That's tri-beam. There you go. They're like this, bro. On their days, these guys are fucking world-class players. They really are. So, look. Liverpool could lose it. Liverpool could draw. That's all they need. If Liverpool draw, Man City keep winning, that's it. The title race is essentially over. There's no way they can catch up. There's no way. They can draw, but the goal difference is there now, too. Aston Villa, again, they're up and down. Southampton, they can be up and down, but I guarantee you they're probably going to be Southampton. Wolves, which, again, that's another team that could nick a result. They're not that bad this season either. They've actually been pretty good. Silent, but good. And Man United, which, who knows? Who knows of Man United at this point? Speaking of Man United, how disappointing is it that, and for everyone who's playing fantasy football, you probably benched Saka, or you didn't expect Saka to get a result, considering he hasn't been performing very much lately. And Arsenal, other than us being Charity FC like we always are, weren't really playing well. All of a sudden, they turn up. All of a sudden, they fucking turn up. And they beat fucking United 3-1. What the fuck? What in the living fuck? United. United are out. United are out. What's going on, Nick Blue? United are out. They're done. They're not competing for top four. They're done. They just announced Ten Hag, so congratulations to United. They got a proper manager now. Let's see how he performs in the Prem as well. But he turned Ajax completely around and made them a dominant force even in Champions League. But we'll see. There's a lot of work to be done in United. You have Fred in there. You have Maguire. You have a fridge in your defense. And who knows what's going to happen with freaking Rashford and Greenwood, for that matter, too. There's a lot of problems in Man United. There's a lot of problems at Man United, and it's going to take a miracle to fix them, and a few seasons, to be honest. A few seasons. So we'll see what's happened, but it's embarrassing. Dude, 3 minutes into the game, they already conceded. I bet you De Gea's in that team right now thinking like, what the fuck have I done with my career? When I joined United, they were still a top echelon team. We had Mourinho. We were doing great. And we have dropped considerably. Dude, if I were fucking De Gea, I would be questioning my career right now. I would be. United are in shambles. Like, I'm glad that we're doing better than United. Because if we were worse than United, oh my God, you would not hear the end of it from United fans, bro. Oh my God, you would not hear the end of it. Even if we got eliminated before United, we would have never heard the end of it. Oh my God. Oh, I mean, and I'm talking about Champions League. If we got eliminated from Champions League before United did, we would not have heard the end of it. Holy shit, it would have been so bad. It would have been so bad. So I'm glad we're doing better than United. Which isn't saying much. This is the standards that have dropped from Chelsea. The fact that I have to be happy at the fact that we're doing better than United. That's the standard. But guys, that's enough about the Premier League talk. Let's talk Chelsea. Let's talk about the business here. Let's talk about everything that's been going on this week. It's been a lot. Let's start off with this Arsenal game. Look, going into this Arsenal game, the boys have lost 2 in a row at the Bridge. It wasn't looking good. We lost to Real Madrid. Then we lost to... Who did we lose to the second time? Was it Brentford? No. Who did we lose to? It was Brentford. Shit. It was Brentford. Yeah, so we lost to Brentford, then we lost to Real. And those are not very good defeats at the Bridge. Those are very embarrassing defeats, to be honest. So for us to come into this game and lose the way we lost to Arsenal, what in the living fuck, man? What in the living fuck? And we were never in the lead in that game. We were never in the lead in that game. At no point during that game were we in the lead. We were always playing from behind, catching up to freaking Arsenal. It's embarrassing. That's fucking embarrassing. Especially this team that we were going to be the ones that were going to eliminate their chances of achieving top 4. And what do? We do what we always do. We are Charity FC. We're Charity FC. We gave them the win. We gave them the win. And yeah. We gave them the win, and we gave them the opportunity to stay up and compete for top 4, which is all they want. That's all their freaking show is about, essentially. All or nothing. It's terrible, man. And the fact that game, like, defensively, we just looked horrible. Look, I wasn't too nervous about Malang Sarr. I really wasn't. I thought he was going to perform, but God damn it, he performed terribly. And that error that Christensen made in the beginning of the game, horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Like I said over and over again, I think from here into the rest of the season, Christensen needs to be benched and needs to stay on the bench because he is not, his head is not at Chelsea anymore. He's thinking about Barcelona. He's thinking about any paella he's going to have and all the food. He's thinking about he's going to be stepping on the same ground as Messi that's played for so many years. He's going to be meeting Gerard Piqué and all these bullshit. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. His head's not in a game, and you could tell. Game after game after game after game after game after game. He's making silly errors. He's making stupid mistakes. His head's not in it. His head's not in it. And it's a shame because he is a good defender, but he had other opportunities somewhere else. He changed manager, or agent rather. And yeah, I mean, Chelsea just didn't want to negotiate anymore because it was getting ridiculous. And I agree with them. You can only spend so much time negotiating for one player. And if they don't want to be in the team, then don't bother anymore. You know, we don't want Man United all over again. The downhill of Man United was having players sign for the sake of the name and not for the ones that want to play for the kit. The ones that want to play for the jersey, you know? Alexis Sanchez is a great example. And how many other players that are in that Man United squad still right now that join Man United for the sake of it being Man United? I don't want to be that team. I don't want to be that team. I don't want to turn into Man United. And you know what? When you think about it, guys, we are not that far off from there. We aren't. We've luckily steered in the right direction and avoided it for the most part. But I feel like we're only a few bad decisions away from going the path that United is in. And Lukaku's one of those players that have kind of been a catalyst to that in a sense. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's so disappointing to have given Arsenal a lifeline into this top four race. And all we needed to do was beat them so that we can chill for the rest of the season, have players play, whatever. You know, and another thing about that game, you know what? I saw that lineup, and I don't know about you guys. When I saw that lineup, I thought Tuchel was just trolling. I thought Tuchel was trolling. Start Lukaku. Why the fuck would you start Lukaku? I mean, I get it. You know, you would think that with the quality that we have, we could still nick a result against Arsenal. You would think. But that is just not the case, unfortunately, because Arsenal like to turn into prime Barcelona when they play us for some reason. And they're not even that great. Not even that. They're like bootleg fucking prime Barcelona. Like, not even prime Barcelona. Dry aged in a really shitty way Barcelona. Arcelona. I'll call it Arcelona. There you go. They fucking turn into Arcelona, which is a Ralph's. What's the Tesco value Barcelona. Arcelona. There you go. A little bit of a brand name change so they don't get copyrighted. It was just, I thought it was a joke. I literally thought it was a joke. And I was like, here you go, Tuchel having a laugh, trolling Barcelona, sorry. Letting them know that, hey, your team is so bad we can beat you with our worst striker. That backfired, didn't it, Tuchel? Tuchel got that game wrong. Very wrong. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the midfield? Listen, I don't oppose Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the midfield. I don't. But Ruben Loftus-Cheek as a DM, I do oppose. He's not bad going forward, but he doesn't know where the fuck to go or what he's doing defensively. And for that, who was it? Smith Rowe? Was it Smith Rowe that scored? I don't remember. Was it? Yeah. For that Smith Rowe goal, look at what he was doing. Look at Ruben. He was staring. He didn't know what to do. He was in the wrong position. Didn't pressure. He just didn't know what the fuck to do. And as a DM, you are in there to be another defender, essentially, to defend the defense. You weren't defending the defense, bro. You weren't defending the defense at all. You were doing a terrible job of defending the defense. And you know what? The reason I chose the thumbnail I chose today, I made this thumbnail because the way Nketiah scored, the celebration he had, disrespectful. Fuck him. But you know what? He had all the right to, because look at that lineup we put out there. No respect at all. And have you guys seen Lukaku's heat map for that game? Oh man, let me show you this. I gotta pull it up. All right, but it was just, oh my god, terrible fucking game. I was so upset. We couldn't even finish the game. We were watching it on Discord. We could not finish the game. I think around when Saka scored, we just turned it off. There's no point. It was no point. It was terrible to watch. I was so fucking upset. See if I can find this heat map, man. Oh, Romelu. That's another guy that... Look, all right. I'll give praise where praise is due. For today's game, he came on. He made a difference. But this is what Lukaku does, man. This is what Lukaku does. He shows up for the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then he stands still for the rest of the game. He doesn't move. He makes very, very, very crappy runs. He likes to run in behind all the time. When I've complained about this multiple times. But he does it consistently. Stays in the same fucking spot all the time. Always tries to make runs where you cannot get the ball to him because you're in front of 4 or 3 defenders, man. What do you expect, Romelu? And then he gets frustrated about it. Little thumbs up merchant and all that shit. I'm trying to find the Arsenal game. Yes, this is the game I want to see. Show me the heat map for this game. No? Boy, I'm gonna find it. Oh, here it is. I got it. I got it. All right, now show me Arsenal. Here we go, baby. Let me show you guys this. So this is Mr. Lukaku's freaking heat map for this game. Let me do this. There we go. That's better. So let me see if I can make this bigger. No? It won't let me? Oh, here we go. Yeah, let me zoom in. Oh gosh. All right. Here we go. So this is his heat map. God damn, can I really? Okay, that's good enough. Look at that. Kickoff. Kickoff. That's where he was most prominent. At kickoff. Dude, this is jokes. This is a joke. Who is this man? That his most prominent position was kickoff. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, bro. And I haven't even lost this. I mean, I haven't even seen this, but possession loss 4. He won 2 duels. No, he had 2 ground duels, didn't win any of them. Won 3 aerial duels. Was offside once. How many touches? Do we have touches? 22 touches. That's good. A little 80% pass accuracy. 1 dribble attempt. Didn't succeed. 1 shot off target. Played 60 minutes. It was terrible. Terrible. And he was most adamant at fucking midfield. It's embarrassing, bro. Who is this striker? 90 mil just so you can have kickoff, bro. 90 mil for kickoffs. Ugh. I hate it. And every time I see Romelu Lukaku play, it literally frustrates the shit out of me, man. I can't contain myself. It frustrates the crap out of me because, bro, how can you be so so close-minded when it comes to tactics? How can you do the same thing over and over and over and over again and think that's gonna get you a result? I can't tell if he's just stubborn and trying to prove a point to Tuchel that, listen, man, I'm not going to change the way I play. This is the way I play. This is what worked for me at Inter. You need to play it to my strengths. Or if he literally thinks that this is just how I play and I can't help it. Like I need to get the ball. Like this is what I do. I don't understand. I don't understand the mentality for Lukaku. And you know what? Enough of me being negative with Lukaku. The West Ham game. I'll give it to Lukaku, man. Sometimes he has the stupidity to do the same thing over and over again, but then he turns it around and it has a brilliant IQ to win the penalty the way he did. Because let's get it right, guys. He was being held before he went into the box. The fact that he was smart enough to he had the physicality to take the player into the box. He took, who was it that fouled him? Was it Gabriel? No, it wasn't Gabriel. No, what am I thinking? I'm sorry. Dawson, sorry. I'm thinking the older game. Oh my God. He had the intelligence to take Dawson into the box and fall in the box and get us the penalty. That was smart. That was smart. Most players who aren't experienced probably fall on first contact, which we saw with Coleman in the Liverpool game today, right? You know, the fact that he did that was amazing. That was phenomenal. We wanted Lukaku to do it. And you know what? I kind of wanted Lukaku to make the penalty because I had a bad feeling about Jorginho. I had a feeling that Lukaku has something to prove. He had some hunger going into the game. But at the end of the day, I figured Jorginho was going to be the one to kick the penalty. But I had a bad hunch. I had a feeling. I really had this feeling in my gut that he was going to miss it. I felt like today's game, the players were not up for it. They really weren't. And again, it's games like this. I don't understand why Tuchel doesn't play players like Ziyech, where, you know, we're playing a low block team. Ziyech is that creative outlet. Because when we play low block team, all we do, and you guys can testify to this, you saw the game, all we do is cross inshallah. That's all we do. And we hope for the best. And I'm sorry, like, Kai Havertz did not have a good game today. Partially because there was no creativity coming in through the middle. Jorginho and Conte had a pretty decent game in midfield, which was nice for a change because Conte, I'm sorry, Conte's been playing like shit lately. And for us to see Conte play the way he did today, driving the attack, having that Mateo Kovacic role in a sense, winning some interceptions, getting some tackles in there. Conte did great today. Conte did great today, and we need Conte to keep doing that. But there was nothing in the midfield. Nothing, no creativity in that midfield to bring the ball through the middle. Thiago Silva had to be that guy. Thiago Silva made a run, and he made a shot, and unfortunately hits Timo, but he had to be that guy. Timo played well. I can't complain about Timo. Timo created opportunities. He had chances. Unfortunately, it's just Fabianski's. People like to shit on Fabianski because his name is Fabianski, but Fabianski, he's not a bad goalkeeper. There's a reason he's playing over Areola. They have Areola. Areola, if you remember last season, was a pretty decent goalkeeper for Fulham. He's benched because of Fabianski. Fabianski's not a bad keeper. So Fabianski made some good saves, and we made him work today a little bit, at least in the second half. That first half, fucking boring. Oh, my God, I was falling asleep. But Fabianski, in that second half, we made him make some good saves. And I can't blame Timo for that. Timo did the best he could with the opportunities he was given, which weren't really many. Mason, I thought, was okay. But we didn't have that creativity in the middle. And I know you say Mount. I hear your comment right here. You say Mount. Mount wasn't there for that creativity today. He wasn't it. It just wasn't working with Mount. And I don't know if it's because Mount was more... I feel like today Mount was more of a deeper midfielder and Kai was kind of like a false nine. But I don't know. I'd have to rewatch the game in order to really make that assessment. But he wasn't being that creative. And maybe it has to do with the wing backs because Ruben was playing right wing back. Apparently, Reece James had a little bit of a niggle. So, it is what it is. hopefully over the summer. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, over the summer, this transfer window is going to be very, very interesting. We will talk about this right after I recap this game, but this summer window is going to be very interesting. And I have a few things I have to talk to you about the summer transfer window. But Ruben playing as right wing back, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. I don't think he has the pace to be really a right wing back, but he's that player in the team that'll do anything for the team, which is great. There's players like, James that does that too. Mount does it too. Some of our best players are the most versatile players, which we need versatility. None of this fucking I hate the way football is played. Football is played nowadays where people, if they don't play in their position, they don't play well. Back in the day, and you guys know if you're old school Chelsea fans, back in the day, we had Lampard playing CDM sometimes, Essien playing left back sometimes, or defense, and all types of positions. I probably got that wrong, but there's all types of positions that these players would play, no matter what situation had occurred, because they were so talented, they were versatile enough to play it. Competent enough to play those positions. I want the same thing out of this team. I do. So to see Mount, Ruben, James step up when they need to be stepped up and play in positions they're not supposedly comfortable with, that's a great sign to me. And you know what? Ruben didn't play a bad game, really. I don't think he played a bad game. But he's not a right wing back. I don't think he has a defensive mind to know where to be when he needs to be there, which we saw as a CDM against Arsenal. He was not there. He is not tactically defensive. He knows what to do going forward, which is great because when he goes forward and he does his drives forward, my man is top notch. Fantastic. We saw how amazing he was against Real Madrid. For him to step up in a game like Real Madrid, one of the most important game of the season for Chelsea, and play the way he did, shows me that Ruben has what it takes to be in this team. But that's attacking wise. That's when you play him to his strengths. Not CDM, not right wing back. But anyways, I'm digressing. Maybe the creativity or lack of creativity comes from not having the proper right wing back. Alonso looked great today. I thought Alonso looked good. Alonso's been playing very solid. He's been playing well, and I want him to keep it up. He's actually been doing decently defensively too. Not against Arsenal, unfortunately, because you had Malang Sarr, who was waffling the ball all over the place. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. I'm sorry, Malang Sarr. I don't think you're staying here in the summer. I think Malang Sarr is gone in the summer. I was actually happy to see Chalobah come into this team because at least Chalobah we've seen is competent enough to play well and do well in that position. And you have Aspie, who is experienced. He knows what he's doing at the left center back today, in place for Rudiger, which we're going to talk about Rudiger, guys. Don't worry. I have a lot to say about Rudiger. So for that to happen, the creativity today was just not there. And it was so frustrating because these are the games that you want to see someone like a Hakim Ziyech play. You guys tell me, every time that you've seen Hakim Ziyech play so far in the last 5 games, let's say, right? Has he really disappointed when it comes to creativity? Has there been a game where Hakim Ziyech comes in and he doesn't at least create one clear-cut creative opportunity in? Like, I get Tuchel, work with the lineup that you have, right? If it works, if it's not broken, if you've been getting results with Timo, Mount, and Kai at the front 3, don't change it. I get it, and I agree with that. But, oh my God. When it's 60 minutes into the game, and Mount is disappearing, Kai Havertz is disappearing, Timo's really your best attacker, bring him on. Why are we waiting till the 75th minute to make changes? Why are we waiting till the 75th minute to make changes against West Ham when we clearly see they're playing a low block? We need creativity. We are only crossing the ball in from the sides. Why are we waiting till the 75th minute to make those changes, man? It was frustrating. And then when he makes the changes, he changes the whole fucking... Well, not the whole front 3. He left Mount on, but he basically scrapped Timo, who's playing decently, in my opinion. Havertz, who wasn't having his best game. Let's get it right. And then Ruben, who's not a right wing back. I get it. Ruben, man of the match. Oh, man. It was frustrating. And for me today, we got lucky. I think Pulisic came on. He hasn't been playing too well recently. He missed those clear-cut opportunities against Real Madrid. So and you know what? Timo has stepped up. So when Timo's stepping up and he's scoring goals and you're not going to play. You're not going to play. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's no grudge against Christian Pulisic. It's just that Timo's playing better. So Christian comes in, scores a goal. And you know what? Good goal. A good goal. I was talking shit about how Christian Pulisic hasn't done shit in the game. And literally as I'm talking shit and I end my sentence, period, he scores a goal. So, I mean, I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. But I agree. We didn't really deserve 3 points. That was a one-pointer game, if you ask me. He saved. Okay, I forgot to mention. Jorginho misses that penalty. All right? We were talking about that. Jorginho misses the penalty. I felt like that was coming. I felt that Jorginho was going to miss the penalty. I had this bad feeling that the team was not up for it and that we were going to miss that penalty. So in comes Captain America, as people like to call him, and he saves Jorginho. He saves Jorginho and he saves Tuchel. More importantly, he saves Tuchel because I think Tuchel made a mistake at not making subs sooner. I like Ziyech, but especially when it comes to those games where we're playing a low block team, where there's no creativity coming through the middle, no creativity coming from anywhere. I think Ziyech is the guy you call to play in those positions because he has time, he has space. You don't play him against like a Liverpool or Man City who play like a high line, are constantly pressing you because the creativity doesn't come out there. It's harder for him to keep the ball. I get it. But it's low block teams. This man has all the time in the world to just think and be creative and do whatever he wants. Bend the game to his will. That's where he's at his best, I think. That's my opinion. So the fact that he came in late and you know what, when he came in, he didn't look too shabby. We looked like we had a little bit of edge back to us. Even Lukaku had some edge to him, But today, kudos to Alonso. In my opinion, I think man of the match was Conte. You guys are saying man of the match was Ruben and all that stuff. But I think Conte was man of the match today. He really stepped it up. Like, he really, really stepped it up. I was really worried about him in recent games, considering he's not been playing well. But today, he stepped it up. Good passes, good dribbling, good drives forward. He really played like a really good Mateo Kovacic role today, which Kovacic is usually the one that drives the attack. And he was really dictating the game today. So I think Conte's my man of the match. But regardless, it was just it was hard to watch. Kudos on Alonso for getting us the assist as well. Alonso played a decent game. Alonso has not been bad recently. I know I have my Alonso agenda. I like to talk shit about Alonso, but I can't really talk shit on Alonso today. He played a decent game. He looked solid defensively. He looked good attacking. Havertz had a bit of a blunder today. Jorginho was all right. Jorginho did what he had to do. He had a job, and he did it. But I don't know, man. That game today we can't keep playing like this. We can't. I'm glad that we broke the slump of losing at Stamford Bridge. But if we play like this at home, and I think a lot of it has to do with the sanctions, and we'll talk about the sanctions because the sanctions stuff is getting on my nerves more than it did or before. But we just can't keep playing like this at the Bridge. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and this isn't Chelsea. It's not Chelsea. Mind you, it's not Chelsea without Ben Chilwell and all them, but it's still not Chelsea. So, all right, that was today's game. Let's talk about Rudiger, guys. So I gave you guys a poll. 16 of you voted, and I asked you guys if you could blame Rudiger for, leaving Chelsea. And 68% of you said no. Which I'm glad to see, to be honest. It seems that a lot of you do understand. There's a few of you that say yes, and some of you that are indifferent. But with Rudiger, look, it's so unfortunate that he's leaving. Why? Because going forward now, we have to make, especially in the summer, we have to make a lot of transfers. We have 2 defenders we have to replace, right? 2 central defenders we have to replace. Ideally, find a better striker than Lukaku. Excuse me. Get rid of Lukaku. Potentially get rid of Timo. And we need midfielders. That's like seven transfers we need right there. So we're in a bit of a pickle. On top of that, on top of that, we have the sanctions. And we don't know who the new owner is going to be or what's going to happen. Ideally, now that the Ricketts are gone, now that the Ricketts are out of the picture, I'm thinking that the owners are going to be the Todd Bowley consortium. I think Todd Bowley is going to be the new owner, and we're going to move in another direction. Maybe a better one. Maybe more of a Liverpool. I hope more of a Liverpool kind of direction where we don't spend millions and millions on these players that have a name only for them to come into the team and flop. Lukaku. So hopefully we don't do that. Hopefully we farm and invest a lot better. But we'll see what happens. Also, with the money situation, I don't expect Chelsea to drop hundreds of millions on transfers. In fact, I don't even see us getting Koundé and Tchouaméni. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to get one or the other. And at this point right now, I think we're going to go for Koundé because we need defenders. We need defenders. Aspi and Thiago Silva alone aren't going to cut it. We need another defender to replace Rudiger. Now, with the whole Rudiger situation, hold on. I need to read this article to you guys. We're going to read it together because sharing is caring, right, guys? Anyways, let's go ahead and read this together. This is basically the Sky Sports article confirming that Rudiger is going to be leaving. Thomas Tuchel confirmed it. This was leaked by The Athletic. They officially announced that Rudiger is not going to be staying at Chelsea anymore, which I guess, given the sanctions and all that stuff, it was bound to happen. So here we go. Thomas Tuchel confirmed that Tony Rudiger will leave Chelsea in the summer. The defender, who is approaching the end of his contract, has been linked with Real Madrid, Manchester United, and PSG, while his agent met with Barcelona officials last month over a potential summer move to the new Camp Nou, whatever. Speaking to Sky Sports after Chelsea's 1-0 victory over West Ham, Chelsea boss Tuchel confirmed the situation is that he wants to leave the club. He informed me of this in private talk. We gave everything, me and the club, but we could not fight anymore because of the actions. I think he meant the sanctions here. Without the sanctions, we would at least be able to carry on fighting, but our hands are tied. We don't take it personally. It's his decision. He is a key figure and will stay that way until the end of the season, but it is disappointing. We will miss him a lot. He gives courage in the dressing room, the kind everyone is afraid of, but the kind to play 50 to 55 games at an outstanding level. He is a top defender in the last 1.5 years for me. We then need to find another solution. Then he goes on to say he's injured, no concerns for him. He added, it's a groin and the other leg, a bit hamstring. He is somebody who plays through injury and pain anyways. It's not even an injury. He feels insecure. He'll come back training on Tuesday or ahead of Thursday. He has no doubts, and he made no doubts that he will play until the end of the season, which is good. Rudiger, I expect him to be a professional when it comes to all this, right? This is what he did from day one, and this is what he'll do for the last minute. I don't expect Rudiger to be like Christensen, where his head's already in another team. I don't think we even know what team he's going to. It's rumored that he's going to be going to Real Madrid. They're offering the most, which I don't blame him. I don't blame him. In the moment, not because of the sanctions. Hopefully the sanctions will be passed. Oh, passed on the weather. Be able to replace Rudiger. Okay, yeah. So talking about replacing Rudiger in the moment, because of the sanctions, he can't. Hopefully the sanctions will be the past. We had a connection from day one, and he deserves my full support. I'm just happy to have had the chance to coach him in the team, and the club did as well. We had offers, big offers, and the club tried everything, but we cannot fight anymore. We have the sanctions. We can't continue. It is what it is. Which he's right. Because of the sanctions, we have no choice. but to let him go. He can't, even if Rudiger was given the over 200K, like this rumor that Rudiger was offered 230K a week plus agent fees and all that stuff, even if that's true, even if Rudiger wanted to accept it, he cannot, because of the sanctions and because we don't know if the new owners are going to offer him the same exact salary when they come in. So there's a lot of insecurity there. So I can't blame Rudiger for that. I can't. It's like your one boss. Let's put this in a relatable context. You have a boss. You've been working at the job for a few years now, and your boss is ready to promote you and give you a salary raise in 3 months' time, right? Here, Timo, let me get this new employee. I need him to be trained and to replace you in your position so I can give you a promotion. It's going to take a 3-month process to get him used to everything and all that. And then in that process, the CEO comes in, sacks your manager, and replaces him with another guy. You don't know if you're going to get offered the same thing now. You don't know. That promotion that was promised to you, that raise that was promised to you, out the window. And now I get it. I get it. I have, you guys are telling me in chat he could have waited and all that stuff. This man has family. And priorities and bills to pay and all this. Again, he's human. This is his job. This is a job for these players. It's a hobby. That's a job. But you don't know if that offer is still going to be there if you wait. You don't know if that offer is going to be there if you wait. Real Madrid could pull out at any minute and be like, listen, you either do this now or we move on. Because Real Madrid, they have other business to take care of too. They can't wait for Rudiger. And what happens if they wait for Rudiger? Then all those other offers get taken up. All the other players that could have been a plan B to Rudiger, now they're gone. So let me finish reading this. It would be ideal for the sanctions to be lifted under the transfer window, but even if we wish for it, you can't pull grass for it to grow faster. We have to deal with what the reality is. The sanctions are still in place, and the situation is not clear for next season. We tried to focus on the last weeks. I feel for Tuchel, man. I feel for Tuchel. And I feel for Rudiger. Yeah, I get he makes money, but is he wealthy? Is he as well paid as he wants to be? He wants to do charity work and all this stuff, Yeah, he makes money. He's top echelon when it comes to do financial bracket and all that stuff, but money is still money. You live in accordance to the amount of money you make. Especially if you want to live a lavish life with your family and your kids, there's a certain amount of income that goes into that. And sometimes you need to make more income to make that sustainable and get other stuff. But it's tough. And you know what? At the end of the day, too, like I know some of you guys are going to be defending Rudiger and saying, or not defending Rudiger, are going to be defending Chelsea and saying, look, Rudiger could have waited, stayed until the end, and decided over the summer respectfully and all that stuff. At the end of the day, though, I go back to what I said a few months ago about Rudiger when we were initially talking about the transfer. He doesn't owe Chelsea shit. He really doesn't. When you think about how the Chelsea fans treated him last season, especially during that Lampard era when Lampard got sacked, oh my God, the amount of abuse this guy's taken, it's I wouldn't forgive it. It's unforgivable. I would have an agenda or I would have a grudge against Chelsea fans if I was treated like that. If they send me monkey emojis and banana emojis, said racist things to me, and treated me like shit, blame me for Lampard sacking, I would feel some type of way too. And I would hold that as a grudge. Mind you, Rudiger was absolutely professional about the whole thing. Played like a fucking champion and still loved the club regardless. But he doesn't owe Chelsea anything. So for him to leave, apparently he was offered the $230 million a week, which is what he wanted. He wanted more than $200K a week, which good. We offered it to him. I'm glad we offered it to him. I'm glad Chelsea didn't pull back. Unlike fucking other commentators on the Chelsea space, you have fucking son of Chelsea blaming Marina for Antonio Rudiger and Christensen leaving. Oh, you can check it out. It's on Football London. There's an article. Dan Childs wrote about that, and that pisses me off because it's not on Marina. Like I get the frustration with Chelsea and their transfers and their ways of transfer and all that stuff, but you can't blame Marina for this one. Marina's not at fault for Rudiger leaving. Blame the UK government. Blame everything that's happening. Blame the fact that Chelsea couldn't get this deal across the line because of delays by April. This transfer of ownership should have been done already. Why are we waiting an extra month to get it done? Is it because it's that much money? It's big money, and it's really I don't know. I'm not a politician. I don't know the business end of these things, but that also strikes suspicion in me. I'm not gonna sit here and blame Marina for fucking Rudiger leaving. She offered him what he wanted, and he didn't want to stay. Because of the uncertainty of the club, of the future, and because we don't know if that offer is still going to be on the fucking table when the new owners come in. Maybe the new owners say, no, that's too much money. There's too much money. That's what I mean. You spam the snake emojis, you spam the monkey emojis at Rudiger, and then you get upset when he fucking leaves. What the fuck did you expect? So, like, it's again, Rudiger, I would have loved for him to stay, but he doesn't owe Chelsea shit. Now, Krusty, on the other hand, this man should have... What the fuck is going on with him? Changes agents. Now he thinks he's big for his shoes and stuff. I mean, I get it. I guess he wants to try playing elsewhere. He wants to be adventurous. He's still young. He's still got a career to go. He doesn't want to... I mean, Chelsea wasn't always nice to him either. He's pregnant. He's pregnant. But, like, it's like, bro, Tuchel gave you life again. You should have just stayed at Chelsea. But you know what? Again, maybe he's excited about starting a new project under Xavi. Barcelona are looking good again under Xavi. He's like transformed the club from losing ways to whatever it is. But god damn, man, it was just. I'm not. I guess I'm not surprised that Christensen left. I guess I'm more upset that Christensen's leaving than fucking Rudiger. Because Rudiger, I'm not saying I'm not going to include myself in it, but Chelsea fan base have abused this man, and I'm not surprised that he's going to leave. So I left you guys a link right there. If you're going to join in on the conversation, you can. If not, I'll be ending the soon stream. Wow. I'll be ending the stream soon anyways, but go ahead, join in on the conversation, come into the call if you would like. But yeah, with Rudiger, I'm not surprised, man. Hassan, you're on, brother. How you doing? What do you got to say about everything that we talked about? The game, Arsenal game, West Ham game, or the Rudiger leaving and such? Hold on, let me fix this real quick. No, this isn't right.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm not delayed, am I?
No, you're not. But there we go.
Thank God. Thank God.
All right. Nick, you're on the show as well, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hello?
Hassan, what do you want to say first, though?
With the Rudiger situation, I just don't blame him because I've heard there was, I don't know the full story, but I heard he was doing it for the village, doing it for back home. He's going to do a lot of charity work with the money as well. So it's understandable that his last paycheck should be in and around 200k. So at least he gets a bit of money as well as he could probably give like 100k a week or something, a ridiculous amount for charity. I think Real Madrid are going to basically set him and his village for life. And I think that's what he wants, really. And let's be honest, he's also going to Real Madrid. which are
I
arguably the biggest in the world in terms of history
mean,
and stuff.
yeah, in terms of history, but I mean, I get it. At the same time, though, it's like you would have gotten the money for the charity
With
regardless. It was
Chelsea,
just a
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
It's just a matter of like, you know, saving up and doing all that stuff. So I don't know, man. To me, it's just a little. It's just a
I
little
think Real
odd. I don't
Madrid
know.
would have given him comfortable amount. I think Real Madrid would have probably given like he'd probably
no,
keep
and
like 200.
I get that, but at the end of the day, like, what's the difference between like donating $1 million to a village that needs it versus 2 million? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, $1 million goes a long way. You can still do a lot with $1 million. So I think the whole charity argument is a little. I think we're just trying to pull at strings. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. But Nick, what are you trying to say, bro? How you doing, my friend? Uncle Nick in the house. Nick,
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yeah, we
yeah,
can hear you,
we
man.
can hear
A
you.
little delayed, but we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm in the dark here. I don't. So
It's all
I was
good, my
trying
man.
to put. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. First of all, the game today, first half was terrible, but you know I was more interested in winning than the performance today. It was very important to get them 3 points, and we did it thanks to the subs, thanks to Lukaku, Ziyech, and Pula, Captain America, done the business. I went mad when that goal went in. I was just, we needed them 3 points to, get some confidence back. And I think, what's happening with Chelsea right now is the fact, is showing now. At the beginning with the sanctions, it didn't show. We were winning. Everyone said, it doesn't affect Tuchel. But it's showing now. And it's showing not just on the place, it's showing on Tuchel. I can see in his face, the way he talks now, he's not the same guy. All these sanctions are affecting everything. And, this government has really, really destroyed us. So thank God we won. And really, I'm really, really upset, what Tuchel said about Rudiger. He's going to... I'm still sort of hoping, more praying that, he can change his mind and wait for the new owner. I know Rudiger loves his club. I know he wants to stay at Chelsea.
Yeah.
But, he wants to, cement his future. I understand. But, if Rudiger's still going to have some games, for Chelsea, I just want us, I will do that. If I can't get a ticket for the league games anyway, because we're not allowed. But, the fans who can get tickets, they should show him even more how much we want him to stay. Just have a little hope, because if we lose Rudiger, who is unreplaceable? Who's going to replace him? There's no other
the closest thing,
back,
the closest thing would be Koundé, and he's not at that level,
Yeah, but could it's different position. He can't play like Rudiger plays.
Yeah,
we need. Koundé is a great. I think Koundé will come, but I think we're gonna need two Koundé and another two backs to replace Rudiger. Because Silva is there, but Silva, he ain't gonna play every single game next year. It's gonna be hard. I'm very sad about that news because I was hoping all day that I thought, Rudiger might wait for the new owners because they said it. Bowley said, Broughton said, if they Rudiger's not in their minds, they want to keep him at the club. I'm sure they were going to offer him, good money. And he's settled in London. His family's in London. But he can't wait. He's not Rudiger. He's his agent. His agent is too greedy, and he wants the money right now. That's the problem. That new agent is no good. But what can we do?
I mean, that's very That's very possible, but I agree with your sentiments. I think it's very sad that he's going. Hopefully, you're right, and maybe I don't think anything is set in stone. I think they're just saying that it doesn't look like we're going to stay in the club. Maybe the new owners come in time, and we get a different offer, a more enticing offer for Rudiger, and he decides to stay. I don't think we're going to offer. I don't know how much Real Madrid is going to offer him. I've heard ridiculous amounts of numbers, but they're also willing to break a budget for a player like Rudiger. But you know what? At the end of the day, if he goes, he goes. Yeah. We just have to move on without him. I trust Tuchel will know who to replace him with, who is ideal, and how to build the system out. But I agree with you, man. I'm sad about it. I hope maybe if we get the new owners in and everything works out, maybe there's a change of decision. But we'll see. Sammy, what are you saying, bro? You there?
Marshall, I was going to quickly say, guys, if you don't know, right, if you want, there's a camera off, turn it on and off, or if you full screen it, full screen it on this stream, you could turn your camera on and off there. But I don't know if you guys don't know that feature. I was just saying, if you don't want to turn on your camera.
Hassan, I forgot to shave for 1.5 weeks. So I wanted. Where do you press on the camera?
I don't know what it's like on mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to device, or you put it on full screen, and then you can turn it off through that way. So if you tap your phone, there's a full screen button there, and then you can just turn off your camera through that.
All right, never mind. You can see my beautiful face for now.
Yeah. Beautiful Uncle Nick in the house. Wait, let me see what Gary says here. This is an interesting fact here. Chelsea believed they had matched Rudiger's demands by making their last offer over 200K a week, but his representatives wanted a signing on fee worth over 10 million. Jesus. If that's true, that's a little absurd. And I get where Chelsea's coming from, especially now where we have the sanctions and all this stuff, and we don't know where the money's going to come from. I agree. Sammy, did you fix your audio issues, bro? Look at that. Uncle Nick wearing his bomber jacket, ready to head out. Ready to head to the bridge, protest Rudiger. Yeah, we can hear you now, Sammy.
That's what you took the words out of my mouth. That's what I said. We should go and protest.
Sammy, what you saying, bro? We can hear you now, bro.
Yo, came from the uni. 2,500 word essay. I just needed to come to ask Hassan what the fuck he's saying. Rudiger wants money to go to the village.
That's what I mean, though. Like, I think that's a lucrative story to try to like justify that he's leaving for wages. I mean, that's what I mean. Like, once you get to like $1 million or whatever, a certain amount of money donated, after that, it's not going to make much of a difference. You know, like $1 million is a lot. $1 million or £1 million is a lot of money. After that, how much more of it? The rest is just pocket change. You know what I'm saying? So I think he could have still done the charity work even with the wages that Chelsea were offering. But this 10 million pound sign-on fee is ridiculous, though. I don't know about you, Sammy.
Well, what it is, yeah. Real Madrid, they can get a world-class centre-half without spending anything. Just wages. Who's not going to do it?
Yeah,
I'll put him on 300, 400K a week. No problem. Pays itself.
And I agree
don't
with
forget, he's a 50-60 million pound defender, so that value adds up. The way he's been playing anyway.
Yeah. I mean, Sammy's not wrong, though. Like, Real Madrid could easily take the course that PSG did this season and just buy players over free, and they could offer. That's why they offer them such lucrative salaries. Like, what was the rumor that Rudiger was being offered by Real Madrid? I think it was 400K a week,
which is 400.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount, bro. 400K in 1 week for me? That's life changing, bro. I'll take 400K right now. You don't have to pay me weekly. I love it. But like for Rudiger, I mean, that's very lucrative. But they can get away with it because they're Real Madrid. They're one of the most popular teams in the world. They have the money. They have the income. They have the stadium. They have everything they need to make that money. So, I mean,
they're in Madrid as well. They're in the main CE.
The other thing I'm hopeful for, All right, if he goes to Real Madrid, I'm just hoping Eden Hazard will talk to him and tell him you should go back to Chelsea.
Ah, Nick, come on, bro. That's not gonna happen. That's hopeful. That's hopeful. I appreciate the optimism from Nick, because Nick was the one saying that I think we can get a result against Real Madrid, and he was almost right. So I appreciate Nick's optimism. Nick knows what he's talking about, but I don't know. That's too optimistic, Nick. I don't know.
That doesn't perform, has to take problems like a Hazard. You know, we can always buy him back. But let's see what happens. I just don't want him to go. Bloody.
Yeah, no, I get it. You and a bunch of other Chelsea fans too. But we got Kai in here. Kai, we can hear you, bro. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How you guys doing?
Man, you sound depressed. You're really upset Rudiger's leaving, huh?
I mean, not really. I've never been really like his biggest fan. I think he was good.
I remember.
If we go to a back four, I don't know. He's a bit dodgy, you know. So I don't know, man. Might be a blessing in disguise. Plus,
Maybe.
he's entering his 30s soon. So that also we have to consider that as well, you know. Like a 4-year contract, you know, improved money for a guy who might not be the same in 1 or 2 years. So I understand it. I understand the club's like kind of thinking behind it.
No,
we'll see. Man, you know?
I get it. Also, like, you got to take into consideration, Kai, I'm sure you know this too. Like, we don't know where the club is going to be in the future. We don't know who the new owners is. We don't know if their new owners are going to be willing to offer Rudiger the same lucrative amount of wages that he wants. Like, we don't know. So, like, at the same, like I said it earlier, if you get one boss that promises you promotion and a certain amount of money in 3 months, and then in that 3 months, that boss gets fired and a new boss gets put in place, that's it. Like, that offer, you don't know if that offer is going to stand. So, as Rudiger, how the fuck are you supposed to stay and wait? And then all of a sudden, Real Madrid, they're like, you know, we got to look for a defender. We can't wait. This is business. Other defenders are already on the free market and they're leaving. We just got to move on, you know? So I don't blame
title
Rudiger.
every year as well.
Yeah, exactly. Free league title, that you get a bonus for that title as well. But
He'll finally start getting recognised a bit more internationally as well. I think he's just starting to get it now. But
wait, who
he'll get
got
the
3
respect
league
he
titles? Rudiger didn't get any.
He'll get free ones in Madrid, won't he? Who the fuck they got to play against?
That's
Yeah,
true.
They'll be serious Champions League contenders with Mbappe coming in as well.
He won't go.
I
No, he
forgot
just signed a
about
new
Mbappe.
contract.
Wait,
No, he didn't.
no way. He signed $1 million per year. There's no way.
I saw Mbappe signed 5-year contract with PSG.
When did you see that?
When did you see
a
that?
month
Because
ago?
so you're telling me he signed a $50 million a year? There's no way.
No,
No.
a 5-year one. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw that. I thought they were
No
like
way, man.
almost on
No
the
way.
verge of it or something.
He's
I
been
reckon he'll
offered
stay.
that, but I think he's rejecting it for Real Madrid.
Yeah. Plus,
think he'll
even
stay,
PSG owners are leaving PSG anyway soon. So
Yes,
I
so
mean-
they're fucked as
they're
well.
not gonna commit to that.
What the fuck did the owners come in for then? Seriously,
I mean,
what did they come in
Champions
for?
League. they saw Tuchel go to Roman.
No, they did win like 10 league titles or something, you know, for PSG. PSG before them, nobody even knew they existed, you know.
Exactly.
Can I just add this? Don't you lot think that it's possible for him to change his mind? You still, you know, the season.
No.
He
He
still
already
still
spoke to
gonna change his
Tuchel.
mind.
If he already spoke to Tuchel, I don't think there's a way he's going back.
Tuchel's only going by what he you know, what Rudiger said, and right now he said he's going to go. Okay, yeah, but it's not impossible for him to change his mind and wait for the new owner. If the new owners are promising, you know, a big contract, because he doesn't want to leave Chelsea right now. But he's
I
forced.
don't know about that one.
He's
Literally,
forced.
I ain't gonna
He's
lie
been
to you, Nick.
to live- Wait a minute. He's been forced to live by that agent. That's what's going on. You know, that's why I still have
Nick,
hope.
I think you're in love, Nick, and you don't want to believe that the girl left you, bro.
Yeah, that could happen as well. I know.
I just read an article here. The title says Mbappe on his future, nothing has changed. So I don't know what that means. Take that as you will. Either he's going to plan to stay at PSG, which I think is ridiculous, or he's planning to still move on with Real Madrid. I don't see anything about a 5-year contract yet, so I cleared up that Mbappe situation right there. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, I hope that maybe Rudiger has a change of heart. The new owner comes in and talks to Rudiger. Rudiger is like, you know what? I'll take the wage, but I don't see it happening. I think Kai has a point. He talked to Tuchel in private, said, "Look, I'm leaving." And I think once you talk to the manager, I think it's set and done.
Before the season finishes, there's a chance. There's still a chance. That's what we have. So, we can only hope. We don't want to lose him. He's one of, we don't have a player like that who fights for that badge, gives 150% every time he puts his foot on that pitch. Mason Mount doesn't do what Rudiger does.
Beat the Lewis. Calm down, bro. Calm down.
No, I had to show that one. I had to.
You all see the games. You know what it's like. Rudiger is different. It's different than.
I'm not sure it's a badge. I think it's his career, to be honest. Like, I know he likes Chelsea now, but it's more about his career, I think. That's why he started playing like that.
Forget Rudiger, man. We need to talk about the pregnant man, Danish Maldini.
Even when he goes to Real Madrid, I won't forget him. I'll be waiting for him to come back. That's what I'll be doing.
You might be waiting for a while, Nick. You might be waiting for a while, bro. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a show. Thank you, everyone who came in. The next game Chelsea have to play is going to be very interesting. Sammy, we'll catch you. Man United, bro. If Chelsea can't get a result against Man United, I might just make a emergency stream and just flip the fuck out. Because I don't know, man. I feel like United are so bad to this point that we have to get a result against Man United. So next game is against Man United. We'll be talking about that United game. And then we have Everton. So, hey, we get to visit good old Frankie Lampard. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. Everyone who watched and joined the stream, thank you for being here. Thank you guys for coming in as well and being a part of the conversation. Always interesting to have you guys. Good guests. Make sure you smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. Leave a like. Check out the description down below for my other links and the YouTube channel and the Discord. Join our Discord community. We're building a strong community here, an active community. But guys, this has been the Chelsea Unfiltered Show. We'll catch you again same time next week, Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, 9 p.m. UK time. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and your Sunday. But until next time,